I guess this is gonna have to do. Oh, let me go there. I don't know why the light is off like that, but whatever, we'll deal with it. All right, so we're gonna do this do-over. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever the case may be. I know I have some friends in faraway places. Today is June 11th. It's a beautiful day out. Let me take these headphones off. Turned on. Okay. Okay. I really don't like this light. Family obligations. June 11th. A spiritual life which does not include family obligations may not be so perfect after all. I can be doing great in the program, applying it at meetings, at work, and in service activities, and find that things have gone to pieces at home. I expect my loved ones to understand, but they cannot. I expect them to see and value my progress, but they don't, unless I show them. Do I neglect their needs and desires for my attention and concern? When I'm around them, am I irritable or boring? Are my amends a mumbled sorry? Or do they take the form of patience and tolerance? Do I preach to them trying to reform or fix them? Have I ever really cleaned house with them? The spiritual life is not a theory. We have to live it. So, that being said, currently my living situation is I'm 48 years old. I'll be 49 next month. Old man, I know it. I don't think I look 50, but who knows. Currently living with my parents, and you know that's got its own challenges because I had avoided them for probably about 10 to 12 years um, during my youth and in my dabbling in sobriety and working through the program, and never truly made amends in the beginning, or I feel like I deserved more support, or I deserved more praise for the hard work I was doing, and it wasn't. It's not about that. It's not about getting praise from people or them understanding what it is that we are going through. It's about us understanding what we're going through and us, doing the right thing. And like it said on the last line, the person came with bad memory problems tends to happen when you've suffered a stroke and had seizures and stuff. The spiritual life is not a theory. We have to live it. I truly believe right now that I am living a spiritual life. I really do um, try to apply that aspect to my life every single day. As I pull my cross out while I sit in a beautiful cemetery, historic cemetery. When it comes to my own family, um, when I was doing bad, I truly didn't see that I was doing bad. I knew that I wasn't doing the best. I had held down the job. I was there for my children. I was always there for my children. I loved them to death. Um, no matter what the situation is, I would not change a thing in this screwed up world that I'm in, even in the pain and suffering I have to go through now. I wouldn't change a thing for those kids. I love them. Um, and unfortunately, they saw the father that was hiding his youth, working extra hours, you know, struggling with depression and anxiety, a lot of isolation. When I was feeling well, I made sure that I was always with them. I would always go to the park, go to the zoo, go to multiple activities. We had a favorite park up in Saugus we used to go to, and it was way out of the way, but the kids loved it. It was a nice place to go, and I felt like well, I'm doing all these things. That's enough, and it wasn't enough. It's not enough. And same goes for my wife, soon to be ex-wife. Things, they took a turn there, and can't say I know what I could have done differently or how things would have changed or been different. But I know that I didn't live true to her as I had promised to spiritually when I made my vows. That didn't mean that I didn't love her and I didn't want to be there till the end. It just meant that I was broken and I was dealing with things in the inappropriate way. I wasn't the man or father I was supposed to be. I wasn't living a spiritual life. Um, so when I read that today about them, my family obligations, and them not seeing the change or understanding the change, or you want to shake them and say, "Don't you see how much better I'm doing?" Yeah, that takes time, and unfortunately, time is not really on my side right now because my time is very limited with them, and I pray daily that things will be better, and I have faith that it will be better. It's part of the larger plan. The higher power has the say in what's going to take place. Um, I just know that if I given the opportunity, that I will be able to fulfill my family obligations if given the opportunity, and hopefully my children will be able to come around to that and be able to see the difference and not have to worry about dear old dad not being the spiritual wholesome man that he actually is. I've always been a good person. I was raised that way. I was, not to say my parents didn't make mistakes and caused me some emotional distress when I was a child, along with other circumstances, like during school and with everything else. But um, they always taught me the right morals. I went to Sunday school and I did all that stuff. I questioned a lot of things back then as well. The priest didn't like it either. But I can hold my head up high today and say that I am the best me I've ever been, and that I'm living a spiritual life, and I hope to be able to fulfill my family obligations, and I hope to be given the chance to do that. Um, all in due time. It just feels like it takes forever going that long without actually being able to speak to them or hug them or put them to bed or anything. It's tough, and where they're at right now, there's a lot of confusion and things that kids say about not wanting to be around you or whatever, and just have to have the opportunity to get there. And God willing, that will take place. So, I mean, I ask anyone who does live the spiritual life to, say a little prayer for me, and I will do the same for you. And hopefully, I get this chapter signed off on by the big guy, and we get to move forward, and I get to live out the remainder of my years as a spiritual person. Um, I don't know if this made any difference saying what I had to say, but it sure just felt like when I spoke this morning, I just had to fluff it off. I had to make it be a quick, not about my real problem. Um, and it didn't make me feel good. It really didn't make me feel good. And I can't live my life knowing that I purposely did something that made me not feel good. That's how we get ourselves into trouble. So I'm correcting that action. I'm not going to call it amends. I'm making amends to myself that I actually put out there how I'm feeling. So, to my children, I love you. Never stop loving you. And I promise, given the opportunity, you'll see the change. You'll be able to experience a spiritual man that I am. And I feel that it will overflow into your life as well. So we're gonna wrap it up around there. We got 10 minutes. No one joined in. I really expected to see at least one person. Usually I got a spy that hops in. No spies today. Um, so that's it. I'm gonna continue to do the right thing, um, which isn't always easy. It's easy, but there are times when the old you wants to say, skip this, let's do that another day. You can't take a break. You really can't. To me, it's an all or nothing. So I'm gonna continue on my mission. Uh, I'm all in, and I'm gonna continue to live my spiritual life. See, we have one in chat. Hopefully, all is going well with you today. If you have any issues or problems, feel free to reach out. I'm always available. Gonna try and get on the video game later on if you're here from that crowd. Um, Amy Khan. Well, that's it. So, family obligations. There they are. I know what they were. Some of them were avoided, and I'm ready to make that change and have have more of an active spiritual role within that family. So I guess that's gonna do it. Unless the person in chat wants to say anything. God bless us with a beautiful day today. This is what I want for my everyday. Like this would be perfect if it was winter weather. Like it's nice. I'm in the shade right now, but if I move around, you can get that sun. It really feels quite warm. Here, historic cemetery. There's a lot of history here. I'm in Arlington, Mass. So this is where right here. A minute, we'll show you. This is the American Revolutionary Soldier's home. He's buried at John Adams. Everybody knows John Adams. I'm not going to go through all the rest of it, but this is directed by the Nazi chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution, 1941. This is the Daughters history here. Great town. Good luck. Anyone wants to chime in? Could please hit the thumbs up. It's free. Hit subscribe. It's also free. Um, it's just a way for me to measure who's actually, observing, listening, or enjoying the content. Plus, if there ever does come any sort of financial gain from this, 100% of my 100% of my profits go to St. Jude's Children's Cancer Research Hospital, which is an unbelievable organization. Friends of mine had, hundreds of thousands, probably millions of children who suffered at the hand of cancer. And St. Jude's makes it so you don't have to worry about getting there. They'll fly you there. They'll put you up in a hotel. They'll feed you. So I donate whatever I can to that charity. Hopefully they're having a little bit of thing over here. Let's see, going straight in anyway. We have 3 people aboard right now. Nice little brick pathway with the uneven bricks that make people like me with a disability trip and fall. But back around. There's some sort of event going on. I don't know. I think it's a concert or something. Strawberry festival or something. I'll try and find out for you. But you go there now. Some people sitting there. They make it. Looks like they are setting up for a musical performance. They got their tables all set up. Here's our monument. It's the Winfield Robbins Memorial Garden. I couldn't read the whole thing, but you can just pause it and read it yourself. Take a walk up by the water feature. Basically, there's teens do the wrong thing, as you can imagine. But it's a very beautiful, serene spot where you can come and sit, chit chat, be by yourself, pray, do whatever you need to do. It's just a lovely location. Around here, you can see the Monument. Zoom. There it is. The water. Some nice little benches here. These are the things that I like to do with my children back in the day. We would go to, there's a park called Menominee Park, Menominee Rocks Park rather, and you can hike through there. It's a nice scene, our big pond. Go up behind me and now, give you a view. Here he is. I apologize that I don't know the name and I should, but it's a very beautiful sculpture. And on foam water. As you can see, he's there. I think he's crying. I got him on the other side. See that? See, he's got his turkey with him, his goose or whatever it is he killed to eat. It says Cyrus C. Dowling. He's another big town name. See right down there. There he is. But that doesn't look. Oh, it looks like it's a flower. It looks like a bag of dope. That's where my mind goes. Sorry. But he's got his bow and arrow and his fresh kill. That's his family obligation. He has to feed his family. My family obligation is to be the best man and father I can be. And I'm looking forward to having that opportunity again. I guarantee you I blew it once, I will not blow it again. So that's what we'll walk through. Try to figure out what things are going on here with the Strawberry Festival or whatever it is. I know next door at the other house, Jason Russell House, they have Beer Fest or something on Saturdays. We won't be attending. Let's see. Yes. How you guys doing? What do you guys have going on today?
It's a strawberry festival.
Strawberry Festival. I thought I saw signs so they're going to have some live music and stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
And a juggler.
Yep. And a juggler.
And a juggler.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I could have a juggle, one ball, and that was it.
Yeah.
I was more of a dropper.
Yep. And then there'll be a concert in the town hall.
Oh, there is a concert in the
Starting
town hall at 7. Okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
I got the link.
What time does this go on until?
This will go on until like right before the concert.
Yeah,
And is there a set price or is it by donation or?
So it's $5 for the ice cream.
Okay.
Yep.
it's $5 for ice cream, and you get a concert, and then the town hall one, is that free, or is that a...
No, that's a paid one. You can
I saw the
get
sign
tickets
up
at the
front there,
door.
yeah. Okay, thank you, have a good day.
Linda. And
So it's a strawberry
are you
festival
just
going
gonna
on.
hang
They have
out?
ice cream, live music, $5.
Alright.
It's probably very good ice cream, because we have some really good ice cream joints in town. We're over here by the town hall now, on the back side. Walk around the front. There we go. The Philharmonic Society of Arlington Strawberry Festival. So that's going on today. Doodly-doo. So we come out here. Here's my option. I can go Mass Ave, or I can take a left and go towards Town Hall, where we can see about the information for this festival here. Pollen's killing me. So we've got the Pops, Music of the Stars. Mass Ave. See, we've got the Philharmonic Society of Arlington, Arlington Belmont Choral, and the Arlington Philharmonic Pops, Music of the Stars. Saturday, 11 noon, June 11th, Town Hall. Orlando, Cella, Barron, all kinds of people. Concert at 7. Strawberry Festival 5:30. Tickets at the door. COVID masks are required. Oh, vax. Oh, and masks. So both. Let's see. Looks like on Friday at Robbins Town Hall Garden, help preserve our restored Boulevard Homestead Garden, owned by Blue Ribbon, wonderful. Tickets are $50. That's a lot of support. Might as well take us to the Jason Russell House while we're out here. Make sure I don't lose my droolers. I've lost a little bit of weight by walking. Walking has definitely gone hand in hand with my spirituality, it seems. Whenever I feel that feeling, I tend to flip that little jacket. Another, I don't know what to call it. We've got a flagpole here that's a historic site. That's Colin. Let's see, you've got the Indians, you got the soldiers. I wish I could say you got honor, you got patriotism, and Charles Beautiful. We have obedience. It all ties in pretty well. And liberty on the front. And this is the Robbins Memorial Flagstaff by Cyrus E. Down, dedicated June 25th, 1913. The figures depict a Puritan divine, a pilgrim mother, a Minuteman, and a squaw sachem. Basically bringing everybody together. That's what it's all about, right? Bringing everyone together. You know what? I'm not gonna walk all the way down because I didn't realize how much further down that was. I'll talk for a few more minutes, hopefully. Chat my say something. Let's see. Citizens Bank, what are you telling us the temperature is, buddy? 80 degrees, 5:18 p.m. Not bad for June 11th. I feel it's going to be a pretty hot summer. I have a handle on the phone, so I'll be able to hold it a little bit easier, given my disability with my arm. It's sometimes hard for me to hold the phone and get the angle right, stabilize properly. I'm going to hit some shade right now so you can see me again. There we go. I think anyone who knows me, that if you run into me just even looking at me, you can tell that I'm on a different journey than I had been in the past. You know, I was good at pulling the wool over, but it's not an option anymore. It's not even a consideration. I love my new life minus the lack of what we discussed previously. But, like you say, put your faith in the higher power and what's supposed to happen is going to happen. So I'm almost back now. Pretty quiet. Not much traffic on the street. Lightless. Look at me. It's a great time if you can afford it. I can't afford it personally. I pay rent to live with my mother, and believe me, that's not cheap. Be able to give myself a nice, safe environment with support system. Can't beat it. If you'd asked me 3 or 4 years ago if I ever thought I'd be living with my parents, I'm gonna live with my parents with me and live with them. I don't think I would have said yes. I said, hell no. But able to there and I'm like, yeah, it's getting on and got some Alzheimer's and dementia and it's getting worse. There's a lot of regret I have in that I couldn't be a total end to him while he was still coherent. I feel that we're good now. I've said my piece, but I don't think he puts it together with what actually happened. I don't get the same vibe from him that I used to when I was not doing the right thing, so maybe he's at peace with it. Something I'll never know. Technically harm me, but not to that degree. I'm losing my doors. 2 people in the chat, no one wants to save up. I can speak to my kids tonight between 6 and 8 p.m. I look forward to it. God willing. There we go. That's a good sign. At this spot on April 19, 1775, the old men of Menominee captured a convoy of 18 soldiers with supplies on its way to join the British at Lexington. So we stopped the Brits right here. Well, some of them. And you'll Paul Revere rode to Arlington. So, let's start. I see. We went to the Pride crosswalk. A lot of it's been driven over now. You see it's still there. I was out there that night when they were painting it. They did both sides, but doing that at 9:30 at night with cars driving, they weren't going to get the best results anyway, so it's unfortunate. It would have looked pretty cool if they had it done, by the same people, white lines. What else we I don't like to look at the daily reflections for tomorrow, because that's why today kind of took me by surprise, and I really didn't know how to address it. So that's why I'm back again now at that time, processing. I still don't know if if I'm on the right page of where I should have said or what I said what I felt. That's what you can do. We have 4 people in here now. We're basically just on Pleasant Street. That's about it. Surrounded by churches, which is funny. It's like 4 churches within a quarter-mile radius of my mother's apartment. I'd like to check one out, but it's never been my thing ever since I was a kid, but it would be interesting. So I guess I'm going to let it go for now. Hopefully I kept it on track. I didn't cross any lines. I don't believe I did. I believe I was on point. Nobody was given any blame for any of the situation. I took it along for what I was responsible for. And how I know I'm prepared to go into the future, living this spiritual life. And again, Facebook, I'm on there. I'm on there twice, Mike5959, as well as MIK35959. Instagram and Twitter are both the same. MIK35959. That was an Xbox and Sony. Grew up back in the day when I couldn't get my username back because I used to have a Hotmail. Who the hell remembers their Hotmail information? They asked for like your last 10 subject lines in Hotmail or who you emailed like 10 years ago. It didn't matter. No one had the same credit card number. I had a house phone. There was no way to reset it, which I don't understand. If it hasn't been dormant for that long, I would think they'd be able to give it back to me, but they won't. So MIK3, sit back with T. All the kids are doing it nowadays. Pollen, the yellow death. It's been so bad lately that like when I walked in earlier in the week, the wind had been blowing around and actually looked like a fire from the pollen as it swirled around. It was like right inside of here, it was like a pocket. The pollen was swirling around between the thing. I thought there was some kind of brush fire happening. So we're at a half hour. I think it's gone long enough. If you support what I'm doing, if you want more reflections, that's a standard. I don't make that up. That's a daily thing. It's in the AA Daily Reflections. You can Google it. There's a new one every day. They usually reference a reading from one of the books, As Bill Sees It, or another one. I believe today is the anniversary of some part of AA. I don't push the big agenda of knowing all of the ins and outs of the pollen. I remember reading something about June 11th being something. Bill and Bill got together and decided to make this thing. I feel bad leaving when there's 3 people here. Usually I'm leaving them all on myself. But yeah, I got 4 people now. Walk in. Maybe I'll show you. I actually did something weird today. I came outside and I'm not a trash picker. Don't think audibly, but I saw this thing cleaning out by the dumpster outside. And there was this lamp. So I took it inside the hallway and put it up and I plugged it in. Boom, it worked. It was an LED IKEA Hamza something lamp, table lamp, and took it in the house. It was a little dirty. I washed it up with dish soap, Windex, polished it with a little stainless steel cleaner that I used to clean my mother's appliances. Not only am I a son, I'm also a maid. But it's part of my routine. I like to clean, sweep, and do dishes. It keeps me on. Decorated by me, but it is a pretty nice place. My parents. It's terribly expensive. That's why I'm paying rent. Small kitchen, but I keep it clean though. Polish that stainless. I'm so obsessed that I even polish the sink. Coffee's already made for the morning. Polish the stove. Full as a big. The thing I need to do with my mother is get behind it is you gotta it's that TV. Got a beautiful porch out here. Screened porch. Brand new modem I got yesterday that come get into my room temporarily. It's not the cleanest right this moment, but you can see I got my PlayStation set up in the corner. There's no lamp I found just sitting out there. I thought it was pretty cool. Can you touch it? Bang, it's on. It's $100 at IKEA. So I said, screw it. It works. I was able to shine it, keep it. My family photos. My old chair, which I had given to somebody else, and their cat had demolished it. And my TV, which should be out in the living room, but it's not. I got my big closet. I have a lot of clothes, but it's funny. I have sneakers that I had from when I was in active addiction. So these sneakers are literally circa 2012 to 2014. But I cycled them and I would bring them obsessively, so when my foot's not swollen, I can still wear them. That's about it. Parents' bedroom. It's a big room. She's a lot messier than me, and she complains about me. The bathroom. They did a shit job in here, I'll be honest with you. They reglazed the tile, and it's peeling at 2600 a month. It's ridiculous, if you ask me. But I'm not paying 26, I'm paying about 14, all in, including my groceries and electricity and my share of everything else, which is what I was paying before. I was paying $14.50 over the summer. They had cockroaches, it was gross, and I was the only one to die, so here I am, 1400 to live in basically my teenage hell where my mother used to tell me how I do everything wrong every day. But I'm happy, I'm at peace. I love the world, I love myself, and I love you guys. So, if you have any questions, comments, complaints, help you need, this doesn't apply just to families. This doesn't apply just to substances, alcohol, drugs, gambling. This way of life that we live, with all of its talk of spirituality, applies to every single thing we do. Whether it's your friendships, school, driving in traffic, going to a restaurant. Everything we do, let's give the serenity prayer. I'll say it one time, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I can change. Christ, you know what? I just screwed myself up and I got way off base. But whatever. You know what I mean. Accept the things change, the wisdom, the courage to change the things we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And that's it. So I know what I can do, I know what I should do, and I know what I will do. And that's gonna wrap it up. Here's another picture of me and the kids. We used to camp in the tent in the backyard, right around this time of year. Melissa wasn't much of the tent life, but we sure were. Here's a classic photo here. If I can get it out. Oop. This is me and number one, Charlotte. See, I think that my hair's actually, I'm not gonna say I'm, a hair model, but I think it's come in some. But that's gonna do it. My mother's calling me because she's gotta actually get involved in every single aspect of my life. Again, I'll talk to you later.